Alright guys, so we're in the first lesson of this bootcamp training and I want to explain to you how this is going to go over the next 10 days or so as you get these lessons. But I'm starting off with the most important lesson today, and I've refined this bootcamp training that you're going through right now several times based off of the feedback that I've had from all my customers. Now, when I first set up some training that you're going to go through, I was making okay money, but nowhere close to what I'm making now. And it's because of the fact that I'm in tune with what my customers need and what I think you actually need to do to create a successful business. Back when I first started this, I wasn't making that much money, and these days I make a hell of a lot more than that per day and per month. So the stuff I'm taking you through is exactly what I do in my business. It is exactly how you should copy me. And when I say copy, I mean literally, just model off after what I do and you'll be going in the right path. I'm going to be sending you down the exact path that I went through after I refined it and figured out what I actually needed to do. Now, with that being said, I want to teach you the most important lesson out of all of this stuff that you're going to learn. And I understand that you might have some doubts about this, or even myself, but I'm going to tell you now that I know personally, if you don't get this right, you are going to fail, and that's your reason why. Now, you're probably thinking, what do you mean? Like, what's my reason why? What I mean is your real core desire of why you're actually starting this business. Most people will say, I want to get rich, or I want to drive a Ferrari, or I want a massive house, or I don't want a boss. And of course, all of us want that, and I wanted that. I wanted all of that stuff too. But I can tell you now that I have money, I don't care about any of that stuff. I don't care about having a big fancy home, and I don't care about driving around in a car so people think I'm cool. But really, the only thing that drove me and my real reason why was to move out to China and to support my family in the long run. And people always ask, like, why China? And the most common response is, because I want to. I have a huge passion and have always said that I'll move out there someday, and that's exactly what I did. I also wanted to give my family a better lifestyle, and that's what's really pushing me. I don't know if you know my story, but I went through a lot of depression and I was broke, and I'd always felt many attempts that I made was a roller coaster. But besides that point, my real reason why was just to be in China because it really made me happy and to give my parents a better life. As I mentioned before, many attempts to make this online business work was rough. I went in all different directions. That's why now I'm here to help you what to do, because I had no clue what I was doing. I went broke several times before I ever made it work. So I really can't express this enough. You really need to figure out your reason why, because that's going to be what drives you forward in your business. And from most people I've talked to, their reason why is often their family. Maybe it's not your family, but maybe you just really want to drive a nice car. And there's nothing wrong with that, but you need to figure out what really drives you. So let me give you a real life example of this. Now, if you're at a job, which I'm going to guess you probably are, and you're trying to build your business, and let's just say that, you've come home after your 8 hours plus shift and you're tired. Now, if you just want that really nice car and you're exhausted, would you push yourself through that tiredness every single night to make it happen? Are you going to push yourself to work another couple of hours each night to get work done every single day just because you want that car? Most people aren't, because everybody wants nice cars and they want nice vehicles, but they don't do anything to change their lifestyle because of that. They just want it. Most people want what they think a millionaire lifestyle is. But let me just give you another example. Okay, so if you have children, maybe you don't, but just pretend you did for a moment, or maybe it's your parents, okay? So for you, and for instance, if you don't make this business work and you don't change things because, let's face it, the economy isn't getting better, and you're going to be in the same spot you are now, probably several years from now, if you don't change something. So imagine your kid is 1 or 2 years old now, and by the time they're 18, do you want to figure out how they're going to go to college? Do you want to figure out how you're going to provide them a better lifestyle? Do you want them to struggle, maybe like you're currently doing right now? I don't know about you, I don't have kids, but that thought alone right there makes me work harder when I come home from my job. Now, my why was China and my family, But maybe if you have kids, or maybe it's your parents, your family. My why was China and my family. But maybe if you have kids, or maybe if it's your parents, your family is usually going to be your real reason why. But if you truly want a better lifestyle for yourself, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. My point is, before we get going in this bootcamp training and I start taking you into, the technical stuff, and before I start taking you into how to actually map out your business to create phenomenal results, you have to figure out this lesson first, because if not, you're going to fail. At the beginning, I was my own problem. I thought I wanted money. Once I started building this business, I realized that that was not going to keep me going, because after a while, I started getting to a point where I wasn't motivated anymore. And knowing that my efforts were preventing me from moving out to China and giving my family a better life, that's when my reason why kicked in, made me stay up and work harder. And if these are the things that push me through those barriers when I hit struggles and I don't want to do things anymore, I'll tell you straight up that you are going to face struggles in this business. No matter what anybody else tries to tell you or tries to sell you, like you'll get rich tomorrow. It doesn't work that way. This is just like a job, but the difference is you're the boss. I'm telling you right now, you have to discipline yourself to get things done, and you have to push yourself through those barriers when you hit those struggles. So if you don't figure out your reason why right now, and you don't figure out why you really come into this business to get started in the first place, I'm telling you, when you get to that point, when you're tired and you're frustrated, you're just going to quit. But if you're doing this for your family because you know that you need to give them a better lifestyle, you're not going to quit. No matter what you have to go through or what you have to figure out, the reason why is the most important thing I can teach you through this whole thing. So listen, the technical stuff, I have that covered. I'm going to show you how to do all that stuff. But if you can get this reason why down and you understand from the beginning when you go through this training, and I'm going to show you how to build your business the right way. You're not going to give up when you're frustrated. You're going to push yourself through because you know why you started this business in the first place. Alright guys, so that's the first lesson. And from now on, you're going to get an email from me daily. However, if you want to skip ahead or you want to take a weekend to map out and go through all this whole training, all you have to do is scroll to the bottom of the page and hit go to the next lesson for each of the lessons. If not, I have it separated in bite-sized chunks because that way most people have got into a habit of, information overload, and they take too much information in at once. So I made this spread out over a few days, so that way you can take it in bite-sized chunks and you can think about it and actually implement it and then go back and do the next lesson the next day. Alright guys, so if you have any questions or concerns or anything like that, just leave a comment below. Thanks guys.